It was one of the darkest days in American history. An angry mob of Trump supporters violently stormed the nation's capital, sending lawmakers into hiding as they worked to affirm Joe Biden's presidency. 5 lives were lost, including a Capitol police officer. Calls for the president's removal and a second impeachment are growing louder.
The insurrection that was violently perpetrated by enemy combatants and seditionists was an attempt to halt a constitutional process and overthrow the government.
Facebook and Twitter have purged the president's accounts and messages, citing risks of further incitement of violence. But the president's supporters are claiming his First Amendment rights are being violated. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio and New York congressional leaders called for the president's removal from office.
Can you imagine a mob taking over this building? It's never happened. It will never happen in New York City. But it happened in Washington, D.C.
What is even more shocking is that the President of the United States instigated, led, abetted, was part of this insurrection and disruption of our democracy.
Dozens claiming to be patriots that say they were following the president's call to keep him in power have already been arrested. It's still unclear if lawmakers will vote to remove the president by either the 25th Amendment or through a swift impeachment process.
What he continues to inspire is something called white nationalism and white supremacy.
With President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration just 11 days away and calls for more violence and demonstrations by President Trump's supporters surfacing, security and safety are top of mind. National Guard members and law enforcement from our area who were deployed earlier this week will be back in Washington, D.C., hoping for a peaceful transition of power.
No matter what, like I said, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, peace and harmony and bringing everyone together is what's best for the country.